if he chooses to go for that option. Usually you want to play it safe, block it out, but that is one interaction that could potentially come up, and Icecool, you know, as I'm sure he has, labbed this matchup quite a lot, having had to play this a lot in online tournaments like Boston Blue League, like the Raven Online, NOL, whatever it may be. But also, like, these are two characters that I feel like don't really have too big of problems with each other in neutral. I think the biggest thing that Icecool's going to have to work around, though, specifically, is that flash kick from Kagura and also that projectile as well.
All right, well, Frosty, let's get it kicked off here. See who is going to be entering our top 8 in one of the most stacked BlizzCon tournaments ever.
Yeah, and already Icecool has that corner position, a whip flash hit there from JustATomato, but Icecool not in the vicinity to actually be able to capitalize off it. And this is one of the hallmarks of Icecool's play. He's a very patient Susanoo, very calculated, and he's going to be timing his approaches correctly because he can't really rush in against a character like Kagura. Granted, his buttons are rather slow, but he has incredible defensive options like the flash kick I mentioned earlier.
Now that we are seeing that big stuff from Icecool, immediate EA from JustATomato. Wants that active flow, sees something in Icecool, so you might want to exploit it.
So far, none of these players have found any real big hits, and Icecool just electing to hold down back there on that entire sequence, denying JustATomato any form of meter gain from the active flow state. So we're going to be starting the rest of this round here with no meter available, and I like the usage of the Sword Sweeper, waiting for the charge projectile to come out, and Icecool cleaning that up really effectively.
The patience from Icecool as a player and the patience that's required to play a character like Kagura coming out on full display. Literally the only openings, or the only big openings so far, coming from that overdrive.
Yes. There we are. This time JustATomato ready for Icecool jumping over that fireball with a flash kick of his own. This is going to be a lot of damage.
That's the opening that JustATomato needs.
There it is. I mean, 3.5k, easy like that. No meter needs to be spent. Fireball continues to lock down Icecool. Good defense from Icecool so far. And we try to go for the 60. We can't do that.
We might need to see the OD soon because, as you can see, no access to that DP from Susanoo. Not wanting to spend it defensively though. Trying to get anything he can. Once again, great flash kick on reaction from JustATomato.
Yeah, I love how JustATomato is always so ready for these overheads from Susanoo. Susanoo does get access to a lot of damage off these overheads, but they are rather slow, so you want to be careful when you use them, and JustATomato is ready for them with that flash kick. But now we're here stuck in the corner, and Icecool's going to be unlocking all these relevant special moves here. And a big reverse fade from Icecool will be sealing this round, and Icecool getting a point on the board.
Yeah, not even close. You already knew that that was going to kill there. So much good stuff on both sides. It feels like JustATomato was almost there when it comes to unlocking what you need for this matchup, but Icecool literally unlocked everything you needed in the matchup.
Right, exactly. You know, these two characters, if you ever have to ask if something is going to kill, usually the answer is going to be yes.
Oh,
these characters do so much damage, and Kagura is one of those characters that deals the highest base damage in the game, it feels like. And with meter, with OD, oh my god, that's tapping to 5k damage just easily like that. So here we go. Good start for JustATomato so far. And we got the burst away from Icecool. And Icecool only has the DP unlocked, so hardly any of the relevant skills you want here.
I was going to say, anyone who knows getting hit by that button, especially on the fatal counter, knows the world of hurt you're about to go through. So about Icecool thing incredibly based on the defense, but the air throw from JustATomato has 100 bars. It should be easy for him. Near perfect to close that one out.
Bro, he hardly did anything during that combo. He's telling me he did 4K.
Nuts.
Round start. Oh, now that is a premium round start here for Icecool.
Okay, there. Icecool staying calm, cool, and collected in order to go ahead and pick a punish. Has 50 bar, doesn't need to spend it though. Gonna get a combo off of the throw. I want to unlock something up there. It's the ground viper as well.
JustATomato is electing to hold on to his first, hold on to that OD, using that flash kick to clear ourselves out. Icecool not too worried about that, as we do have massive health advantage here. Finding the overhead this time with the 6E, and Tomato not ready with the reaction.
If you're only going to catch Tomato on one overhead, you want to be the ones that close out the round. Great cycling of the options coming out from Icecool, now setting himself up with a set point scenario.
And you know, while it is risky to try and use an overhead on Tomato. You know, if he's not reacting with the flash, he's forced to stand up and lose that charge.
Susanoo with the plethora of overheads, and now with the OD getting access to the plethora of special moves as well. Only to unlock the DP there. Still quite a useful tool here from Susanoo.
Yes, and we also have the Ground Viper as well, which we're going to be using almost immediately. And yes, you have to burst that one, or that's going to be a world of pain. And all the seals that Icecool needs unlocked. Great usage of the overhead right there to continue this pressure. And there's the DP, RC as well. Icecool going to be confirming that rather easily.
What seems like the first overextension from JustATomato gets punished promptly by Icecool, showing off why he's the champion of last year.
And with blocking that final attempt of a flash kick, Icecool making a 2-0 move forward through the bracket and sends JustATomato down to losers.
Man, despite how close that set felt throughout the entirety of both games, going to be a 2-0 with barely any resistance from JustATomato. Had some of the interactions of the matchup down, like you said, but it feels like Icecool didn't really need to reach too deep into the bag of tricks, in order to close that one out.
Yeah, honestly, just watching that, I think the best description I have of it is just very solid.
Right.
I mean, rock solid, in fact. It felt like Icecool, you know, even when he was losing, it felt like, you know, he never really made many rash decisions. He kept his cool. He perfectly countered in a lot of aspects the play that just plays